Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey! I said, hey! Hey! Welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey! Hey! Welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
Way over here, this is Matt Fox.
That is Matt Fox over there. This is August Kitschlag over here. You know who's in the middle here?
Who's in the middle?
Who's in the middle?
My darling travel companion the last couple of weeks,
yes.
Miss Catherine Audette.
Hey, Catherine.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Thanks for being here. It's and the Motor City Hypnotist is in the wings.
Yeah, I was pokes in.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just hanging out next to Matt. I'm way out on the end by Matt.
What do you guys think of this new setup here? We're doing double duty.
Welcome to the Emerald City.
Ah, yeah,
That's
right.
pretty much. It's what it is. We've moved to the Emerald City.
I'm so excited to see that on Thanksgiving Day, to be honest with you. Wicked.
Yes, Wicked.
So excited to see that.
So we're doing a couple
is
things.
my 11-year-old niece. You guys can sit together.
Did you guys happen to hear the issue with that? They
so
put out
great,
some
the boxes.
toys with a QR code that goes to a porn website.
It wasn't a QR code. They put wicked.com, which everybody of our age knows what wicked.com actually is.
Wicked awesome.
It was supposed to be a Wicked movie. I mean, that website goes back to VHS days of porn. That's how long they've owned Wicked.com has been that way.
That
I
is,
can't get a good signal on my TV.
it's squiggle porn. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
But everybody, I just want to welcome everyone to It's a Man Cave Happy Hour, starring Jamie Flanagan behind the desk.
It feels like a Tonight Show kind of setup.
This
It looks
Boomba.
like it, yeah.
I was curious if it would
Well,
work.
you're going to say Cicely Tyson.
No,
Really?
no,
Nice pull.
This is Boomba.
But we're also going to preview Whiskey in the Winter.
Yeah, we got stuff coming up on Friday.
That's coming up on Friday. We're going to be doing Shenanigans live downtown at the Detroit Shipping Company for Whiskey in the Winter. Tickets are still available.
Dude, it's good to see you guys. I haven't seen you guys since before the election.
Yeah.
Since I was in quarantine, election quarantine.
Survived it. Yeah.
And then for the next 2 weeks after that, her and I just escaped reality. I went to the Toledo Walleye game in Toledo.
Nice.
I highly recommend
It's way
taking
too
advantage
real.
of Toledo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah.
We went the hockey
Rockets.
game.
Go Rockets.
Is an $18 ticket
Oh, man.
to a stadium as new as the pizza box.
Right.
Really?
But only one story.
Okay.
And the logo is a toothless walleye.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
a tooth-missing walleye. Yes.
yeah.
And it was
love
good
that.
hockey. And the uniforms have a Red Wings patch in the corner because they're affiliated. So like our draft picks are playing there.
Oh, right on.
And so there's a lot of Red Wings fans. Everyone's wearing Wings gear.
Hey,
Fun.
nice.
We stayed in a hotel for dirt cheap. The whole trip,
Yeah.
including dinner and tickets in the hotel, cost less than 2 Red Wings tickets.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Worth the trip.
It was fun. Really fun.
Sounds like a steal.
So it's yeah.
It was.
It's a value vacation.
And then I took her to that, and then she made it up to me by returned the favor by taking me to Manhattan.
Yeah, that's
Kind of the opposite of Toledo.
Kind of. Use the flight benefits though.
Yeah.
Use the
No,
microphone.
she's good. She's good.
Oh.
It was
she's directional.
It was fine.
She's
Yep.
directional.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Not
she's
bad.
very, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a movie episode. It's a movie episode. We're going to talk about
We love our movies.
Gladiator
You have-
and Wicked.
You have been really abusing those preview tickets.
I don't like
the
that
past
word
couple of
abuse.
weeks.
I don't like
Yes.
that word abuse.
Well,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
over it. He's been
So-
abusing those tickets.
He's not been. He's
Gladiator
been
was
accepting accepting his invitations.
Yeah,
That's what I
but Wicked
Okay,
was,
Mr. PC.
Wicked was yesterday. It was a weird one on a Sunday. It was like 2:00 on a Sunday. Normally they're like 7:00 Tuesday nights or Thursday night.
I feel like they're
movie
trying to
screenings.
put more and more people in for that one, right? That's why they're doing
Yeah.
those matinees.
I don't know.
Because there's nothing at night that anyone's going to see right now. It's not like the theaters are full.
No.
It's
Yeah.
crickets in the movie theaters right now. I was looking for something the other day. I'm like, what am I going to see?
Yeah.
We got Smile 2.
Yeah.
Well, the 4:30 movie, which
Yeah.
our buddy Ming is in.
Yeah.
I do want to see that. I might have to end up. I think I was
Yeah.
out of town that weekend that it was in theaters. So,
The weekend it was.
but it got really good reviews,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna buy that one on Amazon. So,
All right.
But the people are crazy about the Wicked,
Mhm.
and the wet not just for the link. No, it's the the movie itself is pretty cool. If you like the play, because I went to see it, and it's visually it's great.
Oh, it's stunning.
Great,
It's
visually.
stunning.
I've not seen the play.
Catherine?
No, my sister and mom have seen it probably 100 times.
Oh,
so I've
man.
heard the music
Matthew?
Yeah.
constantly. through.
Yes, saw it at the Gershwin on a Sunday matinee a number of years ago.
Yeah, I took Colleen to a
At the
Detroit.
Gershwin. If only I
production.
had Matt Fox's life.
Yeah, right.
We walked past the Gershwin. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'd been like to go there one day."
One day.
Well, now I can tell you what it was like. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we should go back for a show for sure.
But there were some cocktails. We're going to talk about Gladiator too, because that's coming out. But the movie, The Wicked, it was really, really good. There was a couple of cameos from some of the original Broadway cast.
Nice.
I guess I'm trying not to spoiler it for people, but I have people
I
watching
think
the
people
show.
know.
So the originals, they added a song, right? So it wasn't, but it made sense and it worked into, and it was nice because it wasn't. My dad, a professional drummer. He's like, yeah, the musicals, they'd be great without all that singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we are
from a drummer.
we are grown ass men
Yeah.
talking about Wicked.
Yes.
Yes.
But there's cocktails that go with it.
But there's
What?
cocktails.
But it was a nice mix. The
She
movie
just
was
said, my mom and sister saw it 100 times. I don't even have an 11-year-old niece, but if I did, she'd be the one sitting next to me.
Right.
So
there was it was a nice mix between the song and dance. There wasn't a whole lot of dance, and it was more just song. There's not a whole lot of dance, but there was and the acting and just acting and dialogue and so there was in story. So there was a nice mix between the two, because some musicals are just all song and dance.
Sure.
And those are good too. Those are good for some
but
people.
I'm being me. I'm being a jerk because it's kind of funny.
But visually, it's
But I
fantastic.
do enjoy my Broadway in Detroit.
Oh,
I
okay.
go to as many of those shows as I
Yeah,
can. We
that's
went
where I
did
saw it.
Moulin Rouge.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was
we had
fantastic.
amazing- I
The way
love
they
Moulin.
updated it with the new
Mhm.
songs and
Yep.
modernized it. I mean, Catherine pointed out, what was the one connection you didn't think worked? It was because the main character was clearly gay, so believing that he was in love with this girl was tough.
That would be
yeah.
the police.
I was like,
Red light.
in the movie, you can feel the romance, but
Yeah.
then, like on stage, you can clearly see there's no
Yeah.
chemistry.
You can see him looking out of the corner of his eye at his buddy, like, "Yeah, you're the one I want."
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But I'll tell you, the mashups in Moulin Rouge, you go from David Bowie to No Doubt to
amazing.
Outcast all at the same
to, like,
time.
Jonas Brothers.
It
was,
blows
like,
your mind.
Great.
Come what may. Yes.
So, but what got me excited about the cocktails for Wicked is like this. In your feed, you get all these little links, and it was like direct from Oz cocktails, and I'm like, now you're talking to me. And it looked like I thought it was like from the liquor distributor, but it's not. It's from a group that's kind of like our friend Shaker and Spoon.
Right. Okay.
So it's a curated box, but
From
they
Brooklyn,
they
New York.
sell it.
Yes.
They sell it with the liquors. They sell it with
Really?
they sell it with the liquors. I don't know but again, Michigan has issues with shipping, so they may not be able to ship to Michigan. I was trying to buy something online. I was trying to buy Great Odin's Raven.
Oh my god!
Because there's a great Odin's Raven bourbon.
Great
There's
Oven's Beard Bourbon.
no, there's Odin's Raven bourbon.
Beard is the Anchorman call.
Yeah.
No, he's like Great Odin's Raven.
Yeah. Great Owen's Raven is the Anchorman call.
Yeah, Great. Odin's Raven.
We've gone down this.
And I was trying to buy it, and I couldn't get it because they can't ship to me. There's issues with shipping
Oh, weird.
in Michigan. And so, but this curated box has some cool cocktails. So there's one with vodka, there's one with coffee liqueur,
Mhm.
Kahlua. You like Kahlua, right? That's
I do.
kind of your jam. There's one with Malibu rum. I don't like the coconut. And then there was one with Jameson's. I'm like, hey, you got me.
Also, I
So-
know a flight attendant that can smuggle liquid,
Yeah.
including alcoholic beverages across state lines for you. so
Easily. Yeah. Well,
if you need help getting
Pick up
great
a-
Odin's.
I
I don't
do
know
want
if
an Odin's
smuggle's the
Raven.
right word, but
I just want an Odin's Raven on my shelf. I just do. It's probably awful.
transport. That's a
You
better
can
word.
transport.
It's probably
Legally.
horrific.
Very legal.
But all right, so the Jamesons will be first. But there's an Osmopolitan, which is with absolute vodka, triple sec lime
all right,
juice.
I'll accept that name. I'm
I
interested. I'll take an
see what they did
Cosmopolitan.
there.
They did
Oz-
their-
But it's really just a straight up Cosmo. It's just because it's vodka, triple sec lime juice, and cranberry.
Wicked isn't an original idea. Why would they reinvent
That's-
the wheel for a cocktail?
Right.
Right.
Say they have an espresso martini. So that's
Delicious.
2 parts Absolute, 1 part Kahlua, and then 1 part espresso. And then I'm like, oh, we could do that maybe. But I don't like this Keurig that we have in here is like the weakest Keurig on the planet. So I was like, I will screw that. And then they have an Oz fashioned instead of an old fashioned. It was Jameson's Orange.
What?
And I'm actually intrigued by this. I got a one at
can understand
a
that.
big raffle. I did a basket, a charity thing,
Okay.
and I got a big basket. There's more random booze on the shelf.
The studio one, you didn't.
Yeah,
We
that's-
all won.
yes, we all. And so there was a tiny bottle of Jameson's Orange, right? Just a little one shooter,
Okay.
airplane size.
Mhm.
And I was like, I kept that one at home, and I poured it over some. That was very, very nice. I wouldn't want to do a whole bunch of it.
doesn't suck. You
Hey.
wanted to, but
But I
Yeah.
I can understand why they would use the orange Jameson in an old fashioned.
So, yeah.
Just because of the bitters. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's just regular or Angostura bitters.
so we're basically
Uh,
just doing a ginger and this
Yeah.
Jameson ginger.
Yep. This is Blood and Sand with the amaretto.
different one.
We're gonna get to
different.
that's a
Okay,
We're
Gladiator
getting
one.
there.
Right
We're
now.
getting
The lime is for the Jamesons.
Smells.
Oh, the
lime
tall
smells
glasses
nice.
were for the tall
Guess what? I can
glasses.
transfer that ice and those slices of fruit
Fair play.
to the tall glasses.
All right, fair play.
Watch this.
The rock,
Hold
the
my
rock
beer.
glasses. That's why they're over there. And then the Jamesons and ginger. There's like 8 different cocktails. This will be linked down in the descriptions for you.
Okay.
Then there's the Oz ginger and lime, which is Jameson's 1 part Jameson's, 3 part ginger ale, garnished with lime wedge.
All right, I'm going to do this the way that they make bartenders make drinks now.
Okay.
They're not doing it with the ice in. They
Oh,
want
no?
you have to measure it, use the jiggers, and you got
Yeah.
to measure it so you can see what it looks like. How many ounces? Because people are complaining they're getting short poured.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't hold it long enough. Oh, there's not enough booze in there.
It's 5 counts.
So now they're
1,
like,
2, 3,
but they're
4,
doing
5.
it
It's a
over
5
the
count.
ice, which is what I want to see.
Yeah.
The younger generation gets all, oh, you're short me, you're short. So bartenders were sick of this.
You go home now.
So they now
Yeah.
pour their drinks. You'll see this all the time, pouring the drinks before the ice goes in.
Okay. All right.
The alcohol goes in, the ice goes in, then the mixer goes in.
So it says here, fill a highball glass with ice.
I just said I'm not
Add-
doing that, Jamie.
I know. I'm reading. I'm reading the directions. Add Jameson's original. Top the glass with a good quality ginger ale. Stir briefly to mix. Squeeze in a large lime wedge. Then drop into glass.
2 ounces of JMO. What are we doing?
It calls for 1 part, but we got 2 cocktails to do and a taste. So yeah, 2 ounces. There you go.
One.
So that's a 2 ounce. That's a 2 ounce shot glass. So
Is
So,
there
yeah,
anything
yeah.
but Canada Dry when it comes to ginger ale?
we have Verner's.
I know.
So, and I figured we go with the Canada Dry. I was actually thinking about that. And the other one calls for a lemon lime soda. And I have 7-Up. I thought I had Sprite in the studio. I don't.
I was just thinking, like, I've never seen another ginger ale, like,
but
at
yeah,
bars and stuff.
So for cocktail
Could
mixing,
make a
I do think
difference.
Canada Dry is a better cocktail mixing ginger ale.
It's not as gingery
yeah.
as the Verner's
And then
is.
it's the op. Then like
Verner's got more spice.
then you go ginger beer, right?
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
gets super sacchary and super
I
gingery.
don't
If
like
it's some of
Super
them,
spicy.
some of them can be spicy. If it's a
Yeah.
good ginger beer, it's
Mhm.
spicy.
yeah.
Those canned ones that you get a lot at the stores do not have the spice that ginger beer actually is.
Mm.
It's more sugar, straight sugar.
Yeah.
What's that? There's a one company, Goya. Goya makes a great 2-liter of ginger beer,
Uh-huh.
but it's really gingery heat. But it's in a
There's
2-liter. It's great for mixing drinks.
with the airplane, Bad Betty or something like that. There's a Betty with the airplane. I don't know.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have it. We have one as a Bad Betty. I don't know, whatever it is.
Anyway,
But
just curious. I'm like,
that's a decent ginger
I
beer.
would want to
too.
hear about your college girlfriend.
Okay. That was my nickname.
This
at
one
college.
Bad
time?
Betty.
At band camp.
Yeah. All right. So then that's the thing. And then the top with then the ice. Then
Huh.
the
So
ice.
hipster of you.
Then the
It's just that's how the kids want to see it.
it's messy. It's messy for
Yeah.
me. Darn kids.
Get
and
off
then
my lawn.
so there's a whole array of Oz drinks, and then so there's you can buy the kit, right?
So this kit comes from this company you were referring to earlier?
Curator. Yeah, they're
Okay.
they're like our friends at Shaker and Spoon,
Right.
But there's different ones, so they haven't sent us stuff, so there's no need to mention them. But it's the whole kit with the booze.
Hey guys, send us a box of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk you up like crazy. And then so where is it? Straight from Oz cocktail kit, $150, $169.99, $159.99.
I don't remember one from Shaker and Spoon that cost that much.
Yeah, well, these come with the booze in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's got 350 or 375 milliliter.
I'll let you all finger bang your own fruit. Sorry to interrupt.
It's all right. You can do mine. I was looking forward to the special German flair for me.
Never mind. I'm not going to use my thighs. I'll use my fingers. Baby, you want to do mine?
And it comes with the sodas and everything. So yeah, you can get a whole kit to do like 5 or 6 of these.
You gotta get one for Jamie. What? Oh,
Passing the spoon.
The sound of stirring should be filling your podcast.
Oh
ears
yeah,
right now.
it's stirring away. So it's really just Jameson's and ginger. It's straight up, but it's an Oz It's an Oz ginger.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You know why it's an Oz ginger? Because that's what we called it.
Oz ginger and lime. Well, he's got the green lime, right?
Yeah.
That's why I put the green lights in the studio today. I was like, oh, we'll do a very Emerald City look about it.
So I'm surprised that there
you.
isn't a drink in this box in what they have that doesn't refer to a monkey. Because the monkeys were actually not in Wicked. If
Popular, they're in the movie.
They're in the movie.
Spoiler.
Okay.
Oh, now I can't watch it. I've been having nightmares about those fucking monkeys
Oh
since
my
I was
God.
7 years old. This is not. I'm not kidding. It's a
Oh,
recurring.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
my
The monkeys
recurring-
were not in the play.
Hey, hypnotist guy, you know this is a real thing.
That's a
with dreams.
phobia. No, I can help you with that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm talking
let's
to
get rid of the
It's
monkeys.
funny, but
Get rid
Dave,
of the
Dave
flying
does
monkeys.
therapy and stuff like that. So this has been recurring since I was a child.
The scariest
Flying monkeys.
creature, the scariest, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the child catcher, the candy man.
Oh, you're
man.
right.
That's my nightmare guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't, but now I'm going to add
I
Chitty Chitty
do.
Bang Bang to movies I won't watch.
Oh
at
yeah,
night.
no, yeah, no,
I
don't
have-
watch it at night.
2.
Okay.
One was King Kong.
Ultraman,
It was King Kong.
King Kong. Yeah, all right, I take
And
that.
my father actually helped me get over that phobia pretty quickly, and he gave me a can of old school Lysol disinfectant and wrapped a paper bag around it and wrote on it King Kong spray. So I'm not able to sleep. So he walks
It's like
in
bat
and-
shark.
So you were
repellent.
hugging Lysol as a kid? That explains a
It's
lot.
like
I'm
he's
telling you,
cleaning the
he
house.
comes in and he's like, if you think you see King Kong, you need to spray this and he'll go away.
Everybody
He
goes
goes
away
back-
when you spray Lysol.
Yeah, he goes back to bed, and 30 seconds later, he and my mother are laying there. And all of a sudden, they hear.
Oh,
I
hopefully
was
it's at least the
hugging.
lemon one.
So
Otherwise,
that explains why I am the way I am, because of the fumes
You're
that
just
were
huffing
ingested way back in the day.
Your whole childhood.
Oh man, you mentioned Ultraman. That's an interesting one because as a child, whenever I had to take erythromycin for like an ear infection,
Mhm.
I would get crazy dreams of things suddenly growing really big and getting really large in front of me. And that was a recurring nightmare I used to have in my childhood. I haven't had it since I became an adult.
You know, I guess that's a bad thing.
Things get really nice.
Yes, medicine made things grow really big in my head.
The second one was
Wicked.com,
Michael
everyone.
Jackson turning into a werewolf. I still have a problem with that.
Oh
today.
yeah.
I still have a problem with that when he says "go away" and his eyes are big and yellow.
Are we on Dave's show or our show?
Oh, well, so let me tell you my fear then. The one that blew me away was the Salem's Lot miniseries on TV when the kid was floating in the window.
Oh, yeah.
I had nightmares about that for a long time.
Yeah.
20.
No, that was no. That might have been 18.
Thanks.
All right, so that's yummy. Cheers to
That is
the
yummy.
wonderful
Oh, yeah.
world of
And
Oz.
happy birthday.
Oh, and yes, Matt just celebrated a milestone
birthday.
birthday.
Half a century,
Oh,
folks.
good Lord, man! How do we?
Mine's
how
coming
does
up.
that happen to a fella, right?
It does happen. Happens to the best of us.
It
Well, not
does, and it was great. I was surprised with a really nice birthday dinner, and I was only anticipating 6-7 folks to have dinner. 18 people showed up.
Hey,
Aw.
It was a huge surprise.
they heard Matt was buying.
Yes, I knew them all. Thank
They
you,
heard
David.
Matt. They heard
weren't
Matt was
hired.
You
buying.
have a
So.
fresh credit card.
They were not hired
Yeah,
actors.
yeah.
Okay.
No, that was a nice surprise to me. So thank you, Holly, for the beautiful surprise.
Aw.
Where did you guys have dinner?
The Alibi in Troy, and they didn't like us because there were 18 of us, and they're like, "It's a Saturday night at 5:30. You guys are, what are you doing?"
Thanks for calling ahead, jerk.
We did. They still weren't prepared
For 18?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
If you're going anywhere called the Alibi
Mm.
Inn, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's a classic dive bar name in every other city in the world.
Right. And it's a classy joint over there.
Yeah.
All right. So these Oz related recipes will be linked in the bio, and you can actually buy a kit to make them home, get all the extra shenanigans. Now, Matt, we're gonna do the Gladiator. We got another one coming up. We're gonna the
Yeah.
Gladiator. I'm gonna go see the Gladiator tomorrow.
Yes, and I have seen a grown man naked.
And so yeah, because I actually
too.
said that to because I got a couple of my students will go and review movies, and I'm like, dude, Gladiator's coming. You want to go see it? And I go, so do you like Gladiator movies? I didn't say, have you ever seen a grown man naked? But I'm like, I asked him, I go, so do you like Gladiator movies? And he was like, just kind of looking at me like, what are you talking about? There's like, I go, but he's a big movie buff. I go, that's a line from
Airplane.
I go, and it's actually wildly inappropriate. Actually, but he's a senior. He's a AP kid. He's like super adult and smart.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah. I go, yeah. It's from Airplane. I go, it's funny. He says that to a kid in the thing, and then I go, he says several other things which get progressively worse through the movie. I go, but it's funny. He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I've seen parts of Airplane. My dad thinks it's hilarious. His dad's like, our age. So
Yeah.
Your mom goes to college.
So,
Funny, ha, funny, oh.
but Gladiators tomorrow. There's another screening of it tomorrow. I'm going to go see. And I was like curious. Are there any Gladiator themed cocktails? And Matt, we were able to find some, right?
Yeah, we did find some.
There's one we're gonna make, and there's one I want to make just from the picture, but it's too much work.
Well, I'm looking for the one that you want to make, but it's too much work, and I didn't see that one. The one I have in front of me, though, that is the Sand and Stone or Sand and Blood. Sand and Blood one, right?
Yeah, the Rage, a cocktail for Gladiator 2.
Yeah, so it's appropriately named the Gladiator cocktail because of the blood red and sandy orange hue that the cocktail has. And yeah, so
Makes sense.
right. So a little poetic license that was taken by a few folks on this, but it's really the ingredients on this is you got 1 ounce of amaretto liquor, I should say. 1 ounce of peach flavored bourbon liqueur.
Now, is Southern Comfort peach flavored?
No,
Well,
it's
such as
evil
Southern
flavored.
Comfort.
What?
It's flavored with evil.
Yeah.
Evil flavored.
Then you have 1 ounce of orange juice and an ounce of lemon lime.
Or is
soda.
there a peach
Like a
Southern
Sprite.
Comfort?
Oh, because it does suggest
Peach what?
Southern Comfort as it says 1 fluid ounce peach flavored bourbon liqueur, such as Southern Comfort.
Such as Southern Comfort.
That's
what it says.
and then I had to read the bottle, and I'm like, I'm not.
The
Didn't I bring
internet.
some Southern Comfort to one of these. Yeah, I brought Southern Comfort to the one at the last one we did at the Wine Garden.
Yeah.
That's still here.
No, you took that home because your dad.
Oh,
likes
my
it.
dad did enjoy it.
It wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
Wasn't you? Yeah, well, you can take the Southern Comfort anytime, Dave. By the way, this is the first and last time you guys are ever going to have me bartending for you on my knees.
Okay.
Just so you know.
All right. I
Well,
didn't.
no, for you guys.
I didn't
Notice
think
I
this
said
through.
you guys.
I didn't think this
Does not,
through.
not count cat.
I was still working out the kinks here with the being the Emerald City setup today. So
All right. So what are our? This is another non-shaken drink, right?
This
It's a
is
stir. It's a stir drink. So
it's one, right?
Yep, it's all ones. So 1 of the amaretto, 1 of the
Start
liqueur,
start
one
with
of the
the
orange
Southern
juice.
Comfort because we have the least amount of that. So
right. So 1.
yeah, I
And
would
one.
do. Yeah, there's a single shot glass down there someplace.
How do we not have a proper jigger in this joint?
There's one with the measures on it.
That's a pint glass.
No, not the pint glass. There's a small. It looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah. I have it on a site.
I'm sorry.
So when
Okay.
you sent this to me earlier, Jamie, because
Yeah.
you were doing a lot of homework for this episode, and I appreciate
I was
that.
excited about the movies.
Yeah, and I was reading this. I'm like, that
There's-
looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like super kind of excited to try it.
I'm excited to
Gladiator.
see the movie too. I have high hopes, but I'm afraid they may be dashed.
Oh,
Nothing but
Yeah.
So my question, Jamie, is you said you have passes. Did you
Yeah.
get these preview passes? How
Yes.
did that come about?
I'm
Do you have some
very-
inside information? Something that you could share with us to get it?
I'm a very, very famous media personality in the Metro Detroit area.
Ban them. at it.
I used to be somebody.
They
Yeah,
ban
that's really what it was.
him.
Back when I was on talk radio and doing the animal talk on the talk radio, I got on the list. And then I was at DVD forever and a day, and I stayed on the list. And when I left DVD, they kept me on the list. I do a lot of stuff with the PR firms, with my student journalists. We bring, I help them when they're like, "Hey, I need a bunch of kids to do this," or "Hey, can you share this with teachers?" They ask me for stuff, and I keep doing it for them. So they keep me on the list for stuff.
Yeah.
And, when I could share the love, I try to.
you did. I was able to go with you to preview Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
That was fun.
August and I, we saw something together.
You saw The Flash, yeah.
Flash and something else, something awful. It might have been a Will Ferrell piece. I don't know, something along those lines. So it was comedy. It was a comedy of some ilk. So,
But it's fun because there's a lot of things that they do for those previews, those screenings.
mhm.
Because for Maverick, you download the QR or hit the QR code, you answer a few questions, and it would give you for Maverick your call sign.
Yeah.
So my call sign was Mastermind. I'm like, you got it all wrong. All right. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
First name Jack or Jake, one of the two.
So, Blend, there's another. I'll post these recipes and these sites in the website as well. But I like this Rage, a cocktail for Gladiator 2. But you get into these, and it's like, who has the time to do that? So it's 4 ounces of vanilla fig syrup.
Ooh,
Vanilla fig syrup.
Has vanilla fig syrup on it.
that sounds
They
like
have a lot of time
right.
on their hands, is what they.
And then 4 ounces
somewhere in Portland.
of
Somewhere in
black,
Portland.
Black Seal rum. So
that's gonna.
it's just crazy, yeah. So I was like, what am I hearing? It's the ice maker. So it's here's how you make, and then they give you the recipe for the vanilla fig syrup. 2 cups of diced figs, a half cup of brown sugar, 2 cups of water, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Dice the figs into small pieces, add them to a medium saucepan,
Jesus.
add brown sugar, vanilla, and water, stir, combine, muddle figs,
Get fucked.
cook on high
This sounds like a dessert.
to a boil, simmer for 30 minutes, stir regularly,
Is that 1
remove
ounce?
from heat. Once the syrup is thick and strained through mesh, it's like, oh my gosh, but the cocktail looks fantastic.
I want to drink, not to make dinner.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
that
like, I don't have,
sounds-
I know who's it. That's when the Oz, it was like, it was Jameson's and ginger. Now I'm in.
Okay, that's
We're
Is
in.
there another ingredient?
The
There's
Sprite.
4. The
The
Sprite,
Sprite.
7 Up.
7 Up.
Yep.
that looks good already.
It's all
though.
111.
It's got a really nice layer to it.
It's very
Yeah,
sunsetty.
yeah. So there's
I see what the blood in
so
the
it's-
sand. It
Yeah.
definitely has
I
that look to it.
gotta put the ice in first.
blood and sand.
Gladiator was all over Times Square. I think
bet
that
it was.
The entire, every
When-
TV screen, every ad was all Gladiator. More
When-
than Wicked. Even
When we
in
were
New
down
York.
there,
I don't
That's
know.
surprising.
I think it was 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
yeah,
right.
when we were down there, Fortnite was doing some type of release, and I guess Snoop Dogg is part of the new release
Mm.
for Fortnite. And they had blocked off 4 blocks of Times Square so Snoop could perform
Oh my.
in Times Square. So
That
we had
man
to
is
walk
everywhere.
around. Yeah, it was wild.
He literally is on every. He must sponsor.
He's
every-
American sweetheart.
All right.
Yes, he-
He is.
I'm gonna stir the
yes.
ingredients in
Then
later.
you stir.
We're
it.
stirring. Stirring the pot. August is stirring the pot. So yeah, I didn't think this through. I should have maybe had you sit here and mix up here, but I got my
You're the
computer up
host.
here.
Yeah, you're good. Thanks, Jimmy.
So there's another Gladiator website that goes through I sent you a second email.
It's embedded.
Gladiator.com. That is the one. And
All grown men.
it goes
That could be
character.
questionable also.
It goes character by character. So Maximus, his drink is a shot and a beer,
Meridius.
and then
Thanks, August.
Lucia is the Bellini.
Mm.
Marcus Aurelius is gin and tonic. I like the explanation on
Thank you,
this.
darling.
The Marcus Aurelius, a
Yeah,
good
that's
drink for
good.
someone who has experience with alcohol, has good enough wisdom to know exactly what he wants from a drink.
This is
Gin
All
and
right, I get
tonic.
to sit down again.
Cheers,
So,
everybody.
Oh,
to our
cheers.
to our glassware sponsor, Firebird Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Yes.
Firebird Tavern.
Yes,
Love
yes, yes.
Firebird.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Did you see their
Cheers,
little
cheers, cheers.
Christmas nook they built
They built a Christmas nook in the
with a
the
little fireplace
location.
and
Oh,
For
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
outdoor
yeah, yeah,
space.
yeah,
outdoor
yeah.
space. It looks really cute.
Now I'm back in.
Yeah, my daughter and I just stopped at the Troy location last week for dinner.
Yeah, it's good.
So-
Always good.
Okay.
Like it.
Down.
It's,
I like
and
that a lot.
Because Southern
honestly,
Comfort
the Southern
is
Comfort has a
uh,
sweetness to it. Well, the Serrano is, come on, Amaretto's guilty pleasure delicious.
mhm.
You know,
Okay.
That's
There's
what I
enough-
used to
enough
like
OJ to get
steal
rid of
from my.
enough citric acid to get rid of the Southern Comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disaronno was definitely something I would like steal at the age of 17 from my parents.
The amaretto, though,
It was
that,
always in there.
the amaretto that's in here.
It's almost creamy.
Yeah.
It's the Serrano.
Serrano.
Yeah,
Amaretto.
yeah,
Serrano.
yeah.
They advertise separately. You know, they want to be different.
All right, and
Yeah.
but that has got a nice feel to it in there. It makes it-
Yeah.
They also have the best Christmas back packages,
Oh yeah.
like with the glasses and stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Serrano
yeah.
have like the best glasses.
Well, those that one was Woodford Reserve glass over there. That
it's a
that
good
came
time for alcoholics to go shopping.
It is,
Really
yeah.
rebuild all your
in.
glassware.
Really, yeah. You can up your glass.
Why would you? Like at the bar when I worked at whiskey, we told them they would literally do this. They would only buy the retail holiday packs for the exact same price as the bar packs,
Yeah.
and they'd reload on like tons of glasses.
I know. I think I could like easily replace a mimosa with this
Mhm.
Ooh.
because I'm not a huge champagne's okay when it's
Right.
going down, but later I'm like headache.
Yeah, I'm curious
And-
if this what the after effects on this fella will be with the Southern
Yeah.
Comfort in it.
How
I
was
gotta
that
work
French
tomorrow.
75 at Grand Central?
Perfect.
Mm.
I had the espresso martini and it was probably the best one I've ever had.
Oh wow!
I was
Honestly, it was
a little,
so
I was a little
good.
jealous of that too.
Yeah, we had no plans on having a drink in Grand Central Station. We were just
Yeah.
kind of walked in to go, oh, look at all this Grand Central Station.
Oh,
Hey, I'm a tourist.
hey, look,
Look at me.
drinks.
Yeah, where's Kevin McAllister running around? I don't know what's going on. I'm like, wow, this looks like a really charmingly
It was
Christmas
really
decorated bar.
cute.
Let's go check it out.
Sure enough.
And like I said, the prices were $4 more than the same drinks in Detroit.
Okay.
That's
know.
that's
Espresso
that's
martini
not bad.
was 18 instead of 14.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I would expect to pay $18 for a cocktail
Yeah.
in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or Nueva York.
That just means that I shouldn't be
Mhm.
paying, 14 in Detroit.
No. Well,
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
yeah. Yeah, that is kind of the issue. All right, so this is nice. This is a nice whiskey drink.
I like Catherine.
Um,
I like how you said.
I will
this
not
could
call this a
be-
whiskey drink.
No,
This would be
This is
replaced
this is
with
a
like
there's
Yeah.
whiskey
Yeah.
in it.
no, there's not whiskey in it.
I could see this
Southern Comfort is
replacing
not a whiskey.
your mimosa.
It does not
Yep.
claim to be.
We had that when we did the ankle thing, and you brought that in. I think we had that argument. All right,
Yeah.
not a whiskey. Never mind. Strike the whiskey
Yes, it's a
cocktail.
cordial.
This is a nice boozy cocktail.
Or,
Well, on
they
that
call it
point,
liqueur,
this,
what they call
it, it would be interesting to mix
It's-
this up
it tastes
with
like a brandy,
a
to be honest with
whiskey,
Yeah,
with a real
Mhm.
whiskey. I think that would be good too.
Jameson
Delicious.
with a little Crown Royal peach.
Sorry, Matt, I keep moving your mic.
Bless
sorry.
you.
I was allergic to the idea.
I know.
It's the Southern Comfort making me sneeze.
It's-
What I was going to say, Dave, is if only we had some whiskey to put in this.
yeah,
Oh, there it is.
we got a
If
lot.
only
Of
we had
whiskey.
some.
Small collection.
There's like 6 gallons of Buffalo Trace right across from us.
There
right
is. There is. I bought the big one. You got to go big or go home. But we were previewing Whiskey in the Winter.
Yes.
There's a big event coming up with Whiskey in the Winter, the Detroit Shipping Company.
With Metro Times, yeah.
It is, I think, backboned by the Metro Times,
Mhm.
and we'll be down at the shipping company. There's a new podcast studio reopening
Mhm.
inside the shipping company.
We might be familiar with its with that
the
space.
private-
Little
yeah,
stomping grounds,
old
maybe.
stomping
Might
grounds.
have,
a new name,
been in
though.
there
It's
from time to time.
Detroit Podcasting Company inside the Detroit Shipping Company.
Mhm.
So we'll be inside of that location, dragging people in. Tickets are available. So what's going on with what kind of booze do
They
they
got
have?
a decent whiskey list. It really is a whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
So we've been to some of these. Like,
Mhm.
what was the one we went to at the Packard plant? Or the Packard Proving Ground. The Proving Grounds.
It was.
Not
I
the
forget
plant,
what it
the
was
Proving
called.
Grounds.
Yeah, I forget
What
what.
I
But
know.
it was like there was like 3 known commodities and a whole bunch of like distributors trying to get you to try their stuff.
Yeah.
And so the lines were huge at anything you knew, and the rest were just nothing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, all right, okay, this has got a stacked lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you,
Yeah,
go through
there's
this thing. We got, you get the sample Eagle Rare,
Mm-hmm.
had it, been there.
Yep.
Buffalo Trace,
It's at home.
E.H. Taylor, Weller's Antique 107. Now you got to show me a color of the label on that one. to tell
That
me
one's
which one that is.
green, I believe.
Is that green?
Because there's
Color.
green.
Or
There's
it's either red or
maroon,
green.
there's,
The Antique 107 is either dark
Green,
green or
red,
dark
blue,
red.
orange, and white.
Yeah.
I've
No,
had the
black,
ball.
The black is a 12.
Thanks to my friends at Bourbon Shores.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blanton's, which look, everyone's had Blanton's now.
Yeah.
The bang for the buck. I don't, in my opinion, just isn't there. Had it. Stag Junior.
Yeah.
Really?
I knew his dad.
That's spicy. That's a spicy meatball. right
That's
there.
a spicy meatball.
Macallan Harmony.
Mm.
Now,
Okay.
is that a whiskey
That's a
with or
Scotch.
without an E or an I? Is that an E or
That's
a Y?
Scotch.
Yeah, it's a Scotch.
Macallan Scotch.
Macallan, it's a collection 3.
Okay.
Minor case. That's one of those ones that I've not had. I will get in line for those. Rabbit with 1 B.
Yes, rabbit hole. Is that?
That we're going down right now.
There are 2 Bs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There were 2
Well,
B's
we-
in the
we
rabbit
had-
hole.
on their
we've
website,
had them
so-
on. We had them on
We
during
had
the
Adam
pandemic.
Edwards.
Yeah.
Adam
So
Edwards
that was
from
pre-me.
Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, pre-me.
Yeah.
PA, pre-August.
PA. Yeah.
Wilderness Trail Rye sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, because the distributor sponsoring it, we get a couple of Herradura tequilas, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
My favorite house tequila is the Herradura brand. I think it's phenomenal. That and Humidor. That we get Bardstown Silver Oak collaboration. Really looking forward to that. Another thing you can't really get very often.
The Bardstown. Yeah.
You don't see those in bars. You
our,
got to go to a specialty place like Butter Run to get
Yep.
that. You know.
And our friend Brian Gluth is representing Bardstown now.
Oh, the old Forester guy.
Yep, he's the Bardstown guy now.
Look at the oils. Look at the way they put ice
Yes.
cream in. Watch this again. Yeah, he's great.
So,
he was great. He
We're
was
gonna-
a very good lesson in whiskey drinking.
We're
with him.
gonna
One of my first
gonna
episodes with you.
Yep. We're
One of
gonna
my
hang
first
out.
ever.
We're gonna hang out with Brian
Okay, that's
inside the podcast studio there at the thing. So here's a nice thing about whiskey in the winter, and the tickets are like $40. You get
Wholly reasonable.
and then the advanced VIP you get in like an hour and a half early,
Mhm.
and you get to try the best of the best without a long line,
Mhm.
and that's $65. And you get like 2 extra tickets, so you get like 10 tastes instead of. And then there's 5 different food kiosks inside the Detroit Shipping Company, and they're all giving away food.
Mhm.
Whoa, I
They're
didn't
all
know it was giving away
they're
food.
giving away tastes,
Is it meat on sticks?
probably.
Probably.
Nice. I love meat on a
Um,
stick.
So yeah, so there's
not enough
there's
meat
a
on
burger
sticks.
there's a burger
Your
place
burger
in
place?
there.
I know. I'm with you, August. I got you.
The one thing I miss about being down there doing a podcast was getting my Thai roll from
Yeah.
I
Bangkok.
was just gonna say that the
Yes,
pad Thai
the Thai
roll
roll
is
is
my
the best.
favorite
I
thing
know.
in the world.
And you can't get it at the
Thought I
regular
was.
It is
Bangkok.
I was
After
big fan
you,
of the sticky
pad
beef,
Thai
but,
roll.
you know.
oh, so,
So
good.
yeah, that was the first thing I had when I went down there. Was I've been doing First Fridays down
Yes.
at the Detroit Shipping Company with Radio Cobra Detroit and our funky Midnight Funk Revisited, doing funk nights down at the shipping company too. So it was the first night I went down there. I got a
What kind of nights
Thai
were
roll.
those, Jamie?
funk Midnight Funk.
Oh, okay. I
Revisited.
I misheard you. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Funk Revisited.
No one's dancing the punk. Oh, that's not what you thought you heard. Oh, okay, never mind.
So, all right. So, the Woodford Reserve. First time I tried
You're
this
beating
was
us up tonight, buddy.
at. This is the Double Oak.
Yeah, then
too.
I'm looking at that bottle going,
Yep.
why is that in this room?
It's
and how can I sneak out with it?
It's a leader too.
It's a leader.
Don't worry, I'll take it.
It was like
Yeah, you will. Running joke with the.
It was
with
Too
like-
the-
soon, David. Too
Too
soon.
soon.
I'm
Too
still
soon.
scarred by you
Don't do
taking
it.
that bottle.
It's been like 6 months.
yeah.
It's been
Too
a year.
soon.
It's been way
Too
more than
soon.
6 months, buddy.
But I've had
Damn
this
it.
a couple times, the Double Oak. But I first tried it at a whiskey tasting because I had never tried it before,
Mhm.
and I found something that I loved. I found something I really liked.
All right. Do we
And
have
that's a
Woodford?
nice thing.
Do we have
about-
regular Woodford here?
No.
This is only appreciated next to regular Woodford.
Mhm.
It's a otherwise to me it just tastes like a nice. You have to have these a lot. Same thing with the barrel picks.
Yeah.
All these barrel picks, you have to side by side them. I do enjoy this. I don't think that I've had it before. It was recommended to me by a bartender in a dive bar in Warren who had it. And she's like, you got to try this double oaked. I'm like, all right. And I had it. And next week, I'm like, you want the double oaked again? I'm like, only if you give me the regular Woodford next to it. I'm like, oh, there is a difference. This is better.
Okay.
But I mean,
I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna
them because Woodford is so good.
I'm gonna pop it.
Woodford
I'm gonna pop the
Woodford
top.
is great, really nice whiskey to sip on.
Mhm.
So you really, I'm just
There
my
it
whole
is.
point is
Fresh
the
crack.
appreciation for this comes with the side by side. It really does.
No, give it a sniffer.
I like that
come
it
on.
looks like a maple
Ready?
syrup bottle.
Well, there you go.
Did
Got
you
it.
smell the microphone?
Gotta give there.
Right on your pancakes.
a minute ago. I was primed for that sniff.
All right. Yeah, you're bartending, so we got you.
Again.
We got
I'm too far away from everything.
so yeah. There's another Glencairn down there, Dave. If you want to know.
There's one for you, Dave. Oh, the guy's gonna take it in plastic. What a man.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Man, that's got such a great nose on it.
So yeah. Oh, it's already 8:00.
You can give him the fancy glass if you want.
No, you get the fancy glass.
Okay.
Because you're gonna hate
Over
it.
the
anyway,
teeth,
so.
through the gums.
Yay! Thank you. All right. So yeah, there's a smell
Now,
on this.
have you
that
had it
feels like-
before? Have you had it before?
I have. Yeah. And I enjoy
Matthew,
it.
have you had it before?
Yes, sir, and it's a beautiful nose.
No, I
You
have
have
not.
You've
Okay.
never had this.
No.
Ho, ho, ho. You are in for a treat, young man.
No.
It's a
nice.
quite the bouquet on it. There's a lot going on in the nose.
Did you
It's a
win this
maple
leader
syrup.
or maybe hit a scratch off lottery ticket when you were walking out of Wine Garden?
No,
You came out with a half gallon of Woodford Reserve double oaked. I mean,
no, because I wanted to talk about something that I found at a whiskey tasting and there's a good reason to go.
Okay, all right. I
It's
guess
a good
you
reason to
find
go to a
something.
whiskey tasting. You find something that you're enamored with. So because you can try it, right? And then
Yeah.
you're like, I'm going to do that again, right? So I'm going to marry that one. I'm going to take it home, right? So
Oh, the area MFK with whiskey.
kill,
Yeah.
kill, marry, screw, yeah.
Nice.
So I said I'd marry this again.
And you did.
I might have overpoured you, honey. I'm sorry. I had a little one.
That's not that much smaller.
I know. No, I know.
Did you just take some medicine there, August? It got really big.
Oh.
We'll be
All right.
outside.
Here's the fun thing about the double oaked.
Yeah.
You put your nose in it, you're like, wow, I feel like that's going to be really hot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's going to have a nice warmth. It doesn't.
It's not killing me, no.
No. It might be because we've had amaretto or Disorno and Jameson.
We did just have a whole bunch of sweet stuff.
We've done, yeah. That's nice. That is, I just enjoy that.
Look at this. What was that last drink we just had?
Oh yeah. Now you can.
So, so Kentucky Straight Bourbon finished in a second oak barrel, 90.4 proof, double oaked Woodford Reserve, double oaked barrel finish.
I'll keep it like this.
I like it.
Too much sweetness.
Too much.
There's.
Yeah.
I put a little bit of this
in the flood there.
in there with the Serrano and
Yeah.
the. We said if we only had some whiskey, that Jack Daniels probably would have been a better call.
Okay. Yeah.
Something a little harsher,
Okay.
to be honest with you, because
What
the
if
sugar-
it was more? What if you had like a 2-shot of whiskey compared to the 1-1-1? That might make a
Well,
difference.
Yeah.
if we're adding to the 111, if we're gonna add anything, I would have added that Wild Turkey 101 rye
Yeah.
in there to give it that kick that it's missing because of all the sweetness. Look, it's highly drinkable, but like,
Yes.
what's my biggest insult to a drink? It could be served at a baby shower or
Yeah.
a wedding shower.
Yeah.
That's how and that, anything with amaretto and Southern Comfort and orange juice is call it a Gladiator. As are we watching WNBA here?
Yeah.
What's going on? I know they're warriors, right?
Yeah. All right, so there you go.
Catherine hates it when I do that. I'm
all
sorry.
the links will be in the description. So you can connect and you can go in and you can see all these recipes.
Yes.
The links for Whiskey in the Winter coming up this Friday,
The 22nd.
the
yes?
22nd there at the Detroit Shipping Company.
So we'll be
there.
upstairs in the corner. You got to look for us. We're
Yeah.
waving.
Yep. Yep, we'll be there.
So how do we drink and podcast at the same time?
We can do
Kind of
that.
like this.
They're gonna bring it to us.
Yeah, sure.
That's
they're gonna
that's the
figure
thing.
it out.
The ambassador, the vendor, when we invite them in, we say make sure you bring
I mean, we did that at the Proving Grounds at
We
that
did.
whiskey tasting.
Yeah.
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 This Matt and I did
We
the
have,
whiskey in the winter once
like,
before.
It was pre-COVID, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. We
Yep.
did that.
I believe
Piece,
you guys.
there's PC, there's PA,
We'll find a
there's all
way.
different versions of the show. You know?
Yeah. Right. All right, you guys. You got anything else? Happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Appreciate
Happy
you
birthday.
all. It was a great weekend. So I'm just started running. So put my hands up and enjoy the ride.
Woo!
Very cool. I'm going to thank my girlfriend for 36 hours in Manhattan.
Cheers.
Thank you, Catherine. That
Cheers.
was fun.
Made Manhattan, and here's the free movies.
Free movies and free booze coming up on Friday.
And
That's it.
seeing
That's
grown
right.
and
Come
seeing
see us.
grown men naked.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, put your,
Wow.
and we'll see y'all next time. Cheers.
That's Jamie Flanagan.
Oh, that's Matt Fox.
That over there is August Gitchlag.
See you next time.
Bye.
Hey, guys.